In this section, we're going to talk about port security when it comes to mitigating the layer 2 infrastructure and how we can figure out, not so much figure out, but how we can prevent layer 2 attacks and things of that nature. So the first portion of this new security security recommendations involves filtering based on layer 2 MAC addresses. The design team has asked you to configure port security MAC address filtering per these requirements. Ports connected to the conference room VLAN on switch 2 should not allow more than 4 hosts per port. Traffic from more than 4 hosts per port should be dropped but not logged. So, just a basic review of this. You can limit the amount of source MAC addresses on a port, limit the specific MAC addresses allowed on a port. We can say shut down the port or filter traffic if a violation occurs, generate a syslog or SNMP trap for notification. So what it's going to do is, what we have to do here is bring up TerraTerm, and what we're actually going to do is we're going to drop out of here, and we're on switch 2. We're going to do a show VLAN, and for the conference room VLAN, which is VLAN 200, we're going to go to interface config T, interface range, fastest in 0/10 through 11. We're going to say switch port security, and we're just going to hit enter to turn it on. Okay. Okay. So interface FA 0/10, and we're going to say we're going to do a switch port mode access, switch port access VLAN. What VLAN is that? 200. So now we're going to do switch port security. There we go. And do the same thing for VLAN or for port 11. Since we're having issues with that, I'm just going to do this. There we go. Alright, so now we can go back in and do the interface range command again. And now what we can do, alright, so now port security is enabled on both. What we're going to do is we're going to say the port security question mark, and what we're going to do is violation or maximum addresses we're going to allow is 4 per port, and hit the enter key. Then we're going to do the same thing here, but we're going to Control W this back, and we're going to say violation normally is shutdown. What this is going to do is it's going to shut the port down if a violation occurs. Restrict is going to drop it but log it, and protect is just going to prevent it. So we're going to say protect. And that is it. Now let's see what the solution says for port security. It says violation protect, and there we go. So maximum 4, violation protect. So we did exactly what we were supposed to do. So now what we're going to do is we are going to, that is port security in a nutshell. So, and okay, and then it says on the next one is going to be on switch 4. So we're going to have to jump over to grab switch 3 because we can't get to switch 4 otherwise. And we're going to do, what the heck? Switch 2. Looks like we're doing a lot of telnetting today, folks. Interesting. Alright. Sometimes TerraTerm gets hung up. So we're going to exit out of here. We're going to end here. Telnet to 192.168.1.64. And alright, so now we're on switch 4. It says show VLAN. And it says cafeteria 10 and 11. So cafeteria VLAN connects to the computer kiosk. The kiosk on 10 and port 10 has a MAC address of XYZ. Kiosk port 11. If someone unplugs a kiosk and attempts to connect another device on that port, the port should be disabled for 2 minutes and a log message should be generated. So, and by actually what that means right now is if we do a show IP interface or show interface status, I don't actually have anybody connected to that device. They're not connected. So I can go in here and do this. I'm going to go to config team, type in interface fast 0/10 and type in switch port security. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in the up arrow and type in MAC address. And what this is going to allow me to do is this is going to allow me to actually type it in. So what I would do here is I would actually there we go. Copy and then right click and paste. Oh. Dash. So there's that one. I'm going to do the same thing to 11. And do the same thing here. And so now if we drop out, show port security. Right now it says show switch port. Show port security. Show interface. Show interfaces. Fast 0/10. Okay. Show switch port. Oh, I might not support that command. So actually, since we did that, what it will do now is, I'm forgetting to do something. We're typing error disabled. We're going to say detect a cause is going to be a let's see here. It doesn't allow me to do port security. What I'm looking for, actually, let's just do this. Let's drop out of here. Since we know that's configured, we do a show run interface fast Ethernet 0/10. It's got that, and same thing with 11. It's got the configuration there. I'm going to exit out of here and do show switch port. Show port security. But what I'm going to do on this guy is I'm going to say config t, type in error disable. What is it? Detect cause, and right here it says security violation, or where is it? It doesn't have it. Recovery. Oh, recovery. Cause. And okay, maybe it does have it on there. Drop down here to telnet over to, so global config, type in error disable, recovery, cause is going to be, and then down here at the bottom it's going to say p-secure violation, p-secure. And now what it's going to do is it's going to be error disable recovery, and then we're going to say interval is going to be, it says 2 minutes, so 120 seconds. So what that does is anytime there's a port security issue, show port security is it's going to show error disable, recovery. It's enabled and the timeout is 120 seconds. So we don't actually, it's been enabled, but it doesn't, if there's an issue and there's a port security violation occurs on this interface, it's automatically going to wait 120 seconds and try to it's going to try to bring it back up. But because of the way that we have it configured with the protect, it's not going, or sorry, that's up here. It's going to disable it, and it's going to, actually no, I should do this. Interface range fast 010 through 11, and type of switch port. Port security, and it's going to be violation. By default, it's shutdown, so it's going to shut it down, which is what violation shutdown, and show port security is in shutdown mode. So after 2 minutes of it being down, it's going to try to bring itself back up. So it's got a secure MAC address, secure MAC addresses. We're just using what it tells us to use. So that's the port security aspects of it. So if there is a violation, I'm not going to try to do that. I mean, I could. Let's try it, right? Why not? Term on. And let's see here. That was port 10 and 11. So let's plug something into 10. Oh, what does 10 connect to? Oh, that's not gonna work. Let's unplug it from here and bring it into here. Up, and then we have it down. And it would be sheer irony if config t interface fast 0/6 switch port or duplex full interface 10 interface fast 0/10 is going to be duplex full, which I'm actually a little surprised that this is actually working, because it's supposed to be down and it's up, even though I've got a secure MAC address in place and the port violation is shut down. It's still waiting. Actually, let's go interface fast 0/10 and type in spanning tree port fast. We should actually have a violation. Show port security. Interface fast season at 0/10. Configure secure MAC addresses. Actually, the port hasn't come up yet. That's why. I'm a little surprised this isn't working. So let's see what the solution I know is going to be. I know I've got the right solution. Port security, maximum MAC addresses. That's crazy. I'm baffled that it's not doing what it's supposed to be doing. But anyway, well that's how you would configure it, but for whatever reason it's not working. So, alright, well, you've seen it here, folks. It is an older device, so it just might not work. I'm not going to troubleshoot this because at least the configuration is correct. So I hope this has been informative for you, and I'd like to thank you for viewing.